It's Christy and welcome back to the Pop-Up Couch. I'm so sorry I missed you yesterday, but I'm here today and I hope that you're here and you're doing well. And I wanted to just share a few things with you guys, all right, that I've been thinking about that I think can help you through the day and hopefully through the week. Hey, Marilyn. So let's talk about patience today. This is one of my favorite subjects. Hi, Pablo. Patience is something that we all could work on, okay? Why is patience so important? It's important because if you're not in a patient place of mind, okay, then everything is going to bother you. I mean, everything is going to be a pain in your butt. So the sooner you get to a place of patience, the better you're going to feel, okay? I was at the supermarket yesterday, and I was in line with my son. I was checking out my groceries. And then the lady in front of me was trying to pay, and the cashier was saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am. If you're paying with credit card, all of the credit card machines are down." And she was freaking out, like, "What do you mean they're all down? I have places to go. I have stuff to do." And then I looked down the rest of the store, right, all the other aisles, and all the lights on the cashier stations are blinking, and everyone is in like this funk, right? Everybody, including the cashiers. Hey, Dan. Everybody was so upset yesterday that, God forbid, we had to wait an extra 15 or 20 minutes so that they could manually run our credit cards to pay for our groceries. I mean, why is this such a big deal, though? Like, why are people so upset? I'm sorry, about a few extra minutes in line. But the truth is, I told my husband the story, and he said, Christy, you have to remember, that's where they're not upset about the groceries. They're not upset about waiting. They're upset about where they are emotionally. They're upset about what happened that morning or what happened 2 days ago or stuff like that. So it's not that they're upset about the groceries. So it all just compounds. And why am I bringing this up? I'm bringing it up because it's important to know what your state of mind is, okay? In other words, there's something called an emotional home. Where do you find yourself at home emotionally all the time, okay? Because they say water finds its own level, similar to emotions. So depending on who you are, okay, and how you live your life every day, where do you tend to settle when everything's kind of, when the waves are crashing and they're done? Where are you settling emotionally? Are you settling in, in anger or hurt or frustration or where are you? Because that's what matters. And if you're feeling like everything's annoying and I can't believe that I gotta wait another 20 minutes to pay and for my groceries and all that, first of all, you can't control that situation. Let's start with that. Number one, you cannot control the fact that all the credit card machines are down and now you're gonna have to wait a few extra minutes. You can't. So why not just stand there and accept the fact that this is gonna take a little bit longer than I was planning on, but it's okay. Hey, it's a luxury to go grocery shopping, isn't it? I mean, a lot of people don't have that kind of luxury. Hey, Dawn. So that's what I'm saying. Just relax and just give it time. And for some reason, this is happening to you right now. You can't control it. And I also think that's why people get frustrated, is because this is a situation that they can't control. So now they're pissed off. I heard people saying, "Oh, you know what, let's just forget it and go to another supermarket. Let's just pick up our stuff now and just go across the street to the other supermarket." Again, everybody needs to be a little more patient. We just need to be patient with with ourselves, with other people. You're not the only one who has some place to go. I had a place to go too, but I wasn't yelling and impatient. I was accepting the fact that, okay, this is happening. Again, I'm happy that I'm here with my son at the supermarket. I'm happy I have enough money to buy these groceries. There's been times in my life I didn't have this kind of luxury. Okay, now I'm able. Thank you, Dawn. Patient and kind, exactly. Ariana, how are you? Welcome, honey. So that's the thing. Let's just step back a second. When you feel like you're getting frustrated with a situation that you can't control, take a minute and think about how lucky you are to be in the situation anyway. Like, even if, God forbid, you got in a car accident, hopefully you'll be okay. But let's just say you got a fender bender today. Somebody rear-ended you, but you're okay. Just be happy you're okay, right? Instead of yelling at the person and being upset that you're late for work and all this other stuff, compounding, all back to where you live emotionally. Where are you emotionally living? That's it. And the more you work at this, the more you work at being patient, the more you work at being kind. Hey, Fedhill. the more you work at being appreciative and thankful, okay? If you don't say any other prayer, just say thank you every day. Teach your kids to say thank you every day. Say it out loud. Say it to yourself. Say it to your creator, your God, whoever you believe in. Just say it and feel it. That's all you need to do. Be appreciative of what's happening. Remember, you can't control everything. You cannot control people. You can't control situations. You can only do what you can do. And all the other stuff, it's just by chance. How it goes down, it goes down. So I brought that up because, you know, I guess I just feel bad. I feel bad that people are this worked up over things, you know, that they just don't give themselves a chance to just calm down. All right, just calm down. Take your shoes off today and go walk in your front yard if you're lucky enough to have one. Allow your feet to touch the ground today. Allow your feet to walk in the street or in the grass. Just do it, because sometimes you forget that that's all there is really, guys. You know, all the other stuff is just fluff. Go outside, take your shoes off, feel the ground under your feet, and be thankful that you can still do that, okay? The biggest addiction most people have is problems, okay? It's not Oxycontin, it's not heroin, it's not Johnny Walker Black, all right? It's problems. And why am I saying this? Because a lot of people are out there creating more problems than they need. They're taking their little problem and they're blowing it up to a huge problem and compounding it. And that's the biggest problem, okay? You don't have to have all these problems. You actually don't have to. And where you are standing right now today, 2019, March 2019, where you're standing right now, in the state you're in, you got yourself here. Now, if you're sitting in a Lamborghini watching this video, well then, there's a reason why you're sitting in a Lamborghini right now watching this video. Thank you, Dawn. Let it go. That's the thing. You are where you are today because of the choices you've made. Now, good or bad, indifferent, doesn't matter, but you're here because of that. So, why is that important? Because you can choose to change any of the things that's going on right now, today. And you don't need to create more problems for yourself. Now, again, I'm going to mention this. I know that there's times in life where you just feel overwhelmed. You just feel like, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. I never saw this coming. I don't know how this happened to me. You know, but stop, don't have a pity party for yourself. Seriously, give yourself a few minutes to feel bad about whatever it is that's happened to you, and pick yourself back up and realize that whatever it is you're going through right now, you've already been through something similar and you got through it in the past. You've already proven to yourself that you can do anything. You can. So don't let whatever it is right now coming your way affect you to the point where you feel like you can't get through something. You can and you will, I promise. And you're not the only one going through this right now. You're not alone, and you can do it. You're stronger than you think, okay? I promise. But you need to have courage, okay? And courage, hi Franny, courage means to get rid of the fear. You have to say goodbye to the fear. Whatever the fear is of what's next, okay? See, life happens in chapters. There's different chapters in your life, okay? Certain ones you'd like to replay again, and certain ones you wish that you could never see again, which is fine. But remember something. Whatever you're facing today, I guarantee you've already faced something similar, and you can do it. You can get through this. You've already proven to yourself you can. Believe in yourself, have the courage, and forget the fear, okay? Fear doesn't belong in anyone's life at any time, especially for kids. Don't scare your kids. Kids really shouldn't feel fear. They should feel excitement and joy and you know, just be curious about the world. There shouldn't be fear of anything. Okay, you have to be cautious. I mean, I wouldn't let my 3-year-old son go play in the street when there's cars driving. Of course not. But I don't want him to be afraid that, God forbid, something's going to happen and all that stuff. Is that Poppy Kevin? Oh, hey, Poppy Kevin. Nice to see you. So let the fear take a back seat in your life. It's not doing you any good. It's holding you back. And whatever problems you have now, you've already faced worse, number one. And number two, don't make the problems bigger than they are, okay? Because that's the addiction with people. They take a little problem and they blow it up big and they hope that everybody's going to have a pity party with them. It's not going to happen, guys. If you're someone who's always having a problem, then the people in your life are always exposed to you having these problems, and they feel guilty for you, and they feel like they are obligated to help you. But that's not love. That's obligation. There's a difference between loving someone and wanting to be around them and feeling guilty and obligated to help them constantly. You don't want to catch yourself in a situation where that's you. Okay, so if you're feeling like I'm talking to you now, there's a reason you're hearing this. So do yourself a favor, stop with the pity party, take your problems, start with the smallest one today and attack it. If you owe $5,000 on your Discover card, then start today and pay a little bit towards it, okay? Just start something. If you need to lose 10 pounds, start today. Don't go to Wendy's, all right? Just little things, guys. Little things. If you have no money in the bank, start today and make a decision that I'm not going to do this so that I can put this money towards my bank account, whatever it is, okay? Small choices at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the year make a huge difference in your life and in the chapter you're in right now, okay? Let's talk about relationships real quick. Think about the ones that you have right now with your kids, with your spouse, with your boyfriend, girlfriend, with your sisters, brothers, parents, all right? Think about them, the close relationships. And I want you to think about which one you think is fine. Like the word fine. Which one of your relationships is doing fine? Okay, now I'm asking you that because most likely the one you think is quote unquote fine needs the most work. So you may think it's fine, but the person that you're in the relationship with probably could use some more attention from you, most likely. So give that person, whoever that is, a little more attention today and this week if you can. You know, ask them, how are you feeling? Is there anything I can do for you? I'd love to spend some time with you. My daughter last week, she's 16, okay, but it was Saturday. I was working on Saturday at the salon I work at, and she texted me and said, Mom, can we hang out tonight? And I said, yeah, sure. What did you have in mind? And she's like, I don't know, maybe we could just grab something to eat and walk around the mall together. And that was beautiful. I mean, I feel so fortunate that my teenage daughter still wants to hang out with me, you know. And every time she asks, it's always yes. You know, it's always yes. Of course, honey. Yeah, I don't give her everything she wants. Don't get me wrong, guys. Don't confuse it. But if the time she wants to spend with me, I always make it for her. I always do. I value the fact that she still wants the time with me. All right. So I never want those relationships, especially with my kids, to ever feel like they're not getting enough of me. All right. So it's good to check in with your kids, with your spouse especially. I do this with my husband too. You know, you got to check in. You got to say, hey, listen, how are you feeling? Know your spouse's love language. Know what makes them feel loved. You can say I love you all day long to somebody, but what makes them feel love? Okay? That's what the love language book is about. I told you guys it's called The 5 Love Languages, and the book breaks down everyone's love language. We all speak a different one. The sooner you know, number one, what your love language is and your spouse's love language, the better, because I can guarantee you the minute you understand what this is it's life-changing, okay? Seriously. So I know my husband speaks a quality time love language. That's his love language. So what that means is he likes spending quality time with me. He doesn't care about gifts. He doesn't care about verbally hearing that I love him or whatever. He cares about spending time with me. So I purposely try, when we have time alone together, I try to stay present. I'm not on my cell phone. You know, if he wants to go out and rake leaves, I'll go out and rake leaves with him because I know that makes him feel loved. Okay. So good to know. All right. If you haven't read that book, I could highly recommend that book. Let's talk about, oh, by the way, when I told you guys about think about the relationship that you have that is fine, that needs more work, Jarek Robbins actually said that in a podcast that I was on with him. He mentioned that. I think that's in his book too. He wrote a book called Love It, Live It, Give It. And I really, that's why I brought that up too. I want to give him credit. That wasn't my, those were not my words, but I do think about that often, and it's really good advice. So let's talk about, all right, oh, I heard this today too. There's a mystic that I watch on YouTube. His name is Sadhguru, Sadhguru, right? He's an old guy, but he travels the country and he talks about just peace and understanding and patience and all these things that I just like, I feel like we could all use more of. Okay, so I do listen to him and I watch his videos. He's really cool if you guys want to check him out. But what he said, I was listening today, he said something about these are his words. Don't look up to anybody. Don't look down on anybody. Just look ahead at the things the way they are, which I love. You know, like, we shouldn't be putting anybody on a pedestal, ever. And we really should never be looking down at somebody thinking that we're better, okay? Because we're not. Nobody's better than anyone. And the truth is, there is no true heroes. We're all just doing our thing, right? We're all just on our road. So I really like that he mentioned that. It makes a lot of sense to me. So I want to leave you guys with that. I don't think I have anything else for you, but I want you to think about those things. If you're listening and watching today, there's a reason why you're hearing this, guys. I always feel like we're on the same frequency with each other. If we're hearing things, we're seeing things, whatever you're seeing today is meant for you to see. So take your shoes off, walk outside once in a while, get out there, say thank you, all right? And let's all try to be more patient. We could all do that, all right? Thank you guys for watching. I love seeing you. I love your faces. Thank you for your comments, and I will see you Friday, okay? If you need anything, ever, any advice, any a shoulder to cry on, whatever it is you need, I'm always here to help you, whatever I can do. Okay, guys? Have a beautiful day. I'll see you Friday, okay? Bye.